Y'all caused this man to rage quit. Check it out.
It don't matter, fucking bitch. You ain't running a fucking thing around here, ho. All these fucking illegal ass immigrants in this motherfucker, and I gotta stand outside for illegal? Fuck you, white bitch. I hate you, illegal immigrant motherfuckers, and I hope ICE gets you bitches. Take you back to those shitholes.
Is that mariachi?
And I'm gonna see you again, my nigga. For shit show, you hear me? I'm gonna make sure you mind your fucking business. Bunch of fucking illegal immigrants and a bitch don't tell me to step outside, ho.
He's still going as he's walking out. I hate you, illegal immigrant motherfuckers. That's awesome. Funny as hell. So this next video, this dude actually just speaks the natural form of common sense. Take a look.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, that, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. They might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing. Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad, and they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old. He was a hard-working boy. He was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. You lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
And he's right. So in some countries, they actually go, they detain you, lock you up, and you're forced to do labor and stuff. But, it's not common sense anymore. So I was looking at something and I found it really interesting about these protests and these companies, these protester companies that are going and actually paying people to protest. And it's so weird. So I'm going to read some of these off to you. But, they sign non-disclosure agreements and all that type of stuff. And they're not able to go and speak on what they're working for, who hired them, or any of that stuff. So technically, it's like when people start to question them, they don't want to fumble the bag and mess up their money by going and telling anything. So I'm actually interested to see if someone is going to basically sign up for something like this and investigate. If so, please let me know, because I definitely want to follow that and see where that goes, because that's going to be interesting as hell. But here, I'll read some of them off now. All right, this is from Investopedia. Rent-a-crowd, meaning examples, pros and cons. What is rent-a-crowd? A rent-a-crowd is a group of people hired to make a business rally, protest, or a public event appear busy, popular, and well-supported. Rent-a-crowds are employed at a grand opening of a new business. Droves of interested-looking attendees can give the impression that the products or services that the business provides are special and tempt real customers to come and see what all the fuss is about. Rented crowds may also be used by political candidates to stimulate broad public interest or support. Key takeaways from the crowd is a group of people hired to make a business or rally, protest, or public event appear busy, popular, and well supported. Specialized marketing. The promotion companies and cast agencies provide rented crowd services for a fee, often charging businesses or politicians $15 per person per hour, or roughly $50 per person per gig. Rented crowds can help get new customers into the door of a business, as well as stimulate broad public interest or support for political candidates. Recruits, many of which are professional actors, are usually asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement to prevent the potentially damaging truth that they were paid to offer support from being revealed. How rented crowd works. The effectiveness of rented crowds is based on the principle of rational herd, or herd instinct. People are often abandoned their own research information or obvious market fundamentals. If it appears that many of other people are following a trend, this phenomenon is best summarized by P.T. Barnum, however you say his damn name, who once said, "Nothing draws a crowd like a crowd," and quote. This post is, this is from News Nation website. How much do paid protesters make? Tanya told News Nation that paid protesters for crowds on demand are compensated modestly. She would not offer a specific amount, instead saying that it was nominal, adding that a day rate is under $500. The protesters that we have are being paid modestly. Nothing life transforming or life changing, she said. According to her, pay was not her motivation to protest, but rather the cost at hand. Let's move down here to how are paid protesters recruited. How are paid protesters recruited? Tanya said that to recruit protesters, she goes to places where there is a need, like a college campus, especially like a lot of college students who are already involved in activism, already involved in protest, already standing up for certain causes, can be recruited if they're in alignment with what we're doing, she said. Tanya also says her organization may put out notices to attract activists and find people who are in agreement with a particular narrative. I can tell you all of my magic of how I get people, she said. How many protesters are paid? Tanya says she believes that at large protest, the majority of protesters are paid. If I'm going to be very honest with you, it would be very depending on protests. I would say something like these big protests like Black Lives Matter or NRA, National Rifle Association, would say that the majority of them are most likely paid. They're funded. They have billionaires, nonprofit billionaires that are bankrolling these protests, she said. About 1 in 5 American adults reported donating to a crowdfunding campaign to help raise money for a medical bill or treatment over the last year. Chicago, April 1st, 2021, 18% of adults in America report having donated to a crowdfunding campaign to pay for medical bills or treatment at some point over the last year. This figure has held steady from surveys over the past year despite the increase in financial hardship, including record levels of unemployment due to the ongoing pandemic. The data comes from the last NORC Newark Spotlight on Health survey powered by Amerispeak. Okay, so nearly 40% of the Americans who donated to crowdfunding campaigns were from households with incomes of less than $60,000 per year. Damn. In 2019, the median household income in the United States was around $68,703. Of Americans who made a donation to the campaign, 36% were not working, unemployed, or retired, and 6% did not have health insurance themselves at the time of the survey. Crowdfunding is the process by which individuals raise funds from large numbers of people through websites such as GoFundMe. The new survey found the numbers of Americans starting such campaigns held steadily relative to 2020. An estimated 6 million Americans started a campaign for themselves or someone in their household, and nearly 9 million Americans started a campaign for someone else. In addition, approximately 16 million Americans made donations to help strangers, a similar number to previous surveys. So the reason why I wanted to do my research on the crowdfunding is because you have the crowdfunding of people who are trying to get, funding through GoFundMe and all these other sources for serious medical issues, related to cardiovascular and all this other stuff. But yet, you have billionaires and corporations that are going and raising money for these stupid protests. I guess you can say it's exercising the rights and stuff, but I think someone's health, humans' health is a lot more important. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just being too caring. But aside from that, though, they're going and they're raising the money for these protests, but then you have all of these fundings that are people trying to, get money to help someone, a significant other, in recovery, whether it's a heart transplant or anything else that could be, life-changing. But who knows? I guess these protester companies and the multi-billionaires that are just fucking funding them see that that is just more important. I just think there's more of a bigger picture, and not a lot of people are opening their eyes to it because they're only looking at it from the left or the right. Just a thought. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below your opinions on everything, your take. And it's just such a shame because like not everyone knows or is notified that there are companies out there that are hiring people for protests and stuff. I'm not saying that it's just Democrats that are doing it, because it's Republicans and stuff as well. You know, it just depends on what agenda they're trying to get across, to have parties go and follow them and actually follow the herd. That's all the people are that are getting their news through televised companies and stuff. They're just a bunch of sheep. Not everybody, but a majority of them are a bunch of sheep that just follow what gets the most attention, which is sad. But yeah. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.
Quota day but my grandma taught me better at the kitchen table seat. If you can't look them in the eyes, you ain't ready to speak. I won't let your politics bend my soul. I won't trade my compass for your post. You can spin the story, cut that quote. My true north ain't up.